Hello everyone, welcome everyone, happy learning. In this video, we are going to see mobile IP session initiation protocol. So mobile IP is mobile internet protocol. Mobile IP in the name only implies that mobile internet means my mobile is going to move from one place to another. So according to that, this protocol is there, mobile internet protocol. See, it allows the user to move from one network to the other with the same IP. My IP address, I just don't want to change, and it is going to travel from one place to another, means one network to the other network. So the terminology is used. First one is mobile node. Node is nothing but my cell phone which I'm going to carry. Mobile network is the home address, home network from which I'm going to have my IP address. Mobile agent means router in my home network. That is my home agent. Okay, to which mobile node are originally connected. Next is your home address. That is nothing but my permanent IP address. Permanent IP address assigned to the mobile node within its home network. Where my home network is there only my permanent address will be there. Next is my foreign network. It is a current network to which mobile node is visiting. If my mobile is traveling from one place to another network, that is known as my foreign network. Again, foreign agent means it is a router for foreign network to which mobile node is currently connected. From the foreign network, my mobile node is connected, and that is known as my foreign agent. See, the packets from the home agent are sent to the foreign agent, which delivers it to the mobile node. See, if you want to see, this is my home agent and this is my foreign agent. From home agent to foreign agent, my data is transmitted or my packets are transmitted. Next is my correspondent node. Correspondent node means it is a device on the internet communication to the mobile network that is going to communicate through the internet to your mobile node. That is known as my correspondent node. Next is my care of address. Care of address, it is a temporary address used by the mobile node while it is moving away from its home network. Care of address means temporary address which is present in my foreign network. Okay. Yes, we're going to see the working. See, correspondent node sends the data to the mobile node. If you're going to see from my home agent to the foreign agent, I am sending data through tunneling. Okay. Then from the foreign agent, it is given to my mobile node, the packets. And again, it is given to my foreign agent, which is to be transmitted to my mobile network through your correspondent node. Okay. I am sending from home agent to foreign agent. From that, it is communicating to my mobile node. Okay. Then the acknowledgement or the message which is to be given to my agent is given to the foreign agent through my correspondent network, and it is given to my foreign agent. That is what it is said here. Okay. Packet reached at the home network. See, mobile node is not in the home network. Mobile is not in the home network. That is why this is needed. Tunneling is needed. It is moved to its the foreign network. So from there I wanted to send. So foreign agent sends care of address to the home agent to which it is packet should be sent. Okay. Tunneling will be established between home agent and your foreign agent. Why? Because I wanted to send the message. Okay. So tunneling established visual piping. So message is transmitting. It is the process of sending packet via tunnel. It is achieved by mechanism called encapsulation. I'm just enclosing my header and the source and the destination. Next, home agent and encapsulation data packets into new packets. So the new packets means wherever my source is there and wherever my care of address is there my destination will be there. Okay. See here. Mobile node foreign agent on other side receives the tunnel. Tunnel receives the data packet, decapsulate them. The reverse process of encapsulation is decapsulation. Means I'm removing my header and then taking only the data which is present in my packets. Mobile node is responding to the data packets received, send a reply in the response of my foreign agent. Again, foreign agent directly sends to the corresponding node. It is like that from home agent, it is given to your foreign agent. From foreign agent, it is given to your mobile node. Okay. Again, from mobile node, it is given to your foreign agent. From foreign agent, it is given to your corresponding node through the internet. Okay, through the internet. Again, it is fed back to your home agent. The process is like this. Next is your session initiation protocol, SIP. Session initiation protocol. It is a protocol application layer of application layer that describes the way to found out the internet telephone calls. Why this is necessary? In the sense, nowadays we'll be using internet for phone telephone calls, and to identify that one we are using session initiation protocol. Again, video conferences and other multimedia connections manages them in terminating them. For nowadays, we are having more internet telephone calls, video calls, and other multimedia transmission and reception, and so we are going for session initiation protocols. Okay, it's one module. It's ready to establish two-way party session, multi-party session, and multicast session. Multicast session in the sense in a group from one to many, it can able to communicate. It designs independent of underlying transport layer. It is ready to run in UDP or TCP. UDP or TCP, this session initiation protocol will be working. So first is your SIP address. See, it is a regular telephone communication. A phone number identifies the sender and another phone number is identified as the receiver. In SIP also, the sender and receiver are often identified by this. So an email address or by an IP address or by a phone number, we will be identifying this particular address where it is initiated. Regularly, if I'm going to call some other person, I'm a sender, the respective the other end is my receiver. The same here also. See, the representation is represented as URL using SIM scheme. See, if email is present, that is said like this, and if it is IP address, it is given like this, and if it is a phone number, and it is given like this. This is my representation of SIP. Again, SIP may be text-based protocol modeled in HTTP. It uses messages in ASCII text. Each message features a header and a body. The varied SIP messages are all follows. Session initiation protocol means that I have to initiate from one side and it is to be acknowledged from the receiver end. Then only I can transmit or else I cannot. So see invite. It requests to initiate the session. Okay. Then acknowledge. It confirms the session as initiated. Then by in the sense it requests for termination means the communication is over. So I'm just terminating. Option, it queries a host about its capability, then cancel, it will cancel the pending request. Register, it informs a redirection server about the user current location where it is registering. Some other location, if it is going to where it has to get registered. We're going to see SIP session. A simple session using SIP consists of the following: establishing a session, communication, and terminating. See, if you're going to see, I'm initiating from, see, caller from here to there. Okay, initiate. I'm just initiating my process. Okay, then an acknowledgement has to be given. I'm just ready to send. Then after it is sent, exchange of audio. Okay, exchange of audio or video or any multimedia messages is communicating between them. Once the communication is getting over and it is getting terminated. After that, it is getting terminated. Okay, initiation should be there, then acknowledgement also should be there, and then communication is between the two devices happening, and then it is terminated. So establishing means it requires three-way handshake, then it is invite, again start out. If it is going to be ready, then it is going to send an acknowledgement message. Again, communication means the caller and callees. The caller, if I'm going to call you, I'm going to be the caller and you are the callee. So communicate using two temporary puts. So it is going to be temporary. Once my communication is getting over, I am just terminating. So terminating the session can be often terminated by using a bioMessage sent by the either caller or the callee. Once I'm going to finish my conversation or finish the multimedia message after saying I will terminate the call or you will terminate the call. That is what termination can be from your side also and from my side also. And these are my reference for this particular session. Thank you.